Lightbringer. So,
Okay.
tell us the backstory of that track.
The music was by Rick in our little group thing we had.
Who's Rick?
Rick is Rick Spry, and for a year and a half, 2 years or so, we were a group where we like I sent him voice files, he sent me instrumentals, and this is originally one of his songs he retooled for an album that we released with a label, and yeah, that's who he is. I slowed down. I didn't want to. Okay. But yeah, Lightbringer is one of those songs where he did the music, and I sang. Well, if I know how to say so myself, I'm allowed to say that. But that's what that song is.
I think there's a ghost because that light just went on. Well, whatever. I don't really care as long as you don't, but there's just a person. But this is public, so it's not like,
of course.
But anywho, next question. So when you hear Lightbringer, like in present day,
yeah,
what memories does it stir up? What version of the Doyenne does this create?
This is none of them. This is me not having a brand, not having a name that was, like really had any kind of impact. And Lightbringer, I think in performing it, especially looking back at that performance, you can tell I jumped right in and didn't really overthink it. Like I as you get more experience doing art, you become more critical. And I wasn't like that, so I would try shit. And that was one of those songs where I tried shit with like the falsettos and all that, which was a lot easier to do 12 years ago. But yeah, I think that should answer it. I'm not quite sure.
Have you ever performed this song live?
No, I have never performed this one live.
Ever? Ever?
Forever. Like,
how would you perform this live if like you had to? If you had a gun put to your head?
I think, especially with it being so long ago, I would just have to naturally figure out how to make it work with my voice. Because it's not the same as it was when I was a teenager, I think. No, I was like mid-20s, yeah. Yeah. Probably. So when we signed to this label, the guy who ran it, like the head executive, was on the Grammy board, so he could put all his artists on it. Obviously, it wasn't picked, but it was. I told you about that.
If you had the chance to meet the version of yourself during the recording process of Lightbringer, what coaching would you tell yourself, your past self?
If you have to strain vocally, then you're just screaming. Like there's a lot that I pulled off, I think, in the recording, but there's parts where you're like, as I get older, I'm not going to keep doing that the same way. So just like be aware of that as you get older, and keep producing your own shit. That's another one.
When people hear, obviously this song is from your past. It's not, who you are now.
Right.
What do you want people to take away from this song, present day?
It's definitely very groovy, and I always advocate dance. I've done dance music. That's what I like. I want music that makes people move. Right.
What do you want them to take away from your performance?
Be your own brand. Be your own damn brand. Be your own. Own your masters. Practice 12 hours a day.
You tell me that so much. Own your masters.
Own your masters. Own your fucking masters. I never had to think about it because it was just me producing. It gets weird when you collaborate, but like you have to deal with that, and you need to own your shit, or you losing your legacy. For one, is a huge thing for me. I would tell you, personally. I would probably bitch about the vocals some kind of way, like don't sing from down here, do breathing exercises, start good habits, because I do not have good habits, and they adversely affect my singing. So, for example, but yeah, I want to give myself a lot of advice.
Cool. Are you ready to film in front of people?
How many people?
Just like
1, 2, 3. I guess I'm wondering what we're doing, probably.
this is an interview exclusive.
It is.
Well, let's do a real close up on your face.
Johnny. Okay.
Ooh, sparkly lips.
I know, right? I love lip gloss. I'm doing lip gloss thing right now.
I think the wise prophet, Lil Mama, once said it's poppin'.
Poppin', you know. He knows the verses. He knows the scripture.
I'm like,
He knows. It's good. So I'm just letting him know.